Sheep and Goats, Part 4. Hi there. How are you all doing? I'm good. Good. I still love this cool weather. Are you ready to learn more about the sheep and the goats in God's words? Awesome. Okay. Now, I did say that I will explain the definition on the word perversity and abomination, the definition in Greek definition, right? Okay. Now, I realize I said it wrong. When I said the Greek definition, no, I was wrong. I meant the Hebrew definition. It's in Proverbs in the Old Testament. And that's why, so made a mistake. Now let's read Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14 again. Okay. New King James Version. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Let's look at Hebrew word for perversity. The Hebrew word for perversity is luz. Hebrew definition. Wow, it's a long, but really I want you to get the idea what God meant that. Okay? Hebrew definition, cranky, fracture, same as cranky. Irritable, cranky. Nettlesome. That's an interesting word. What that means? Annoying, nagging, bothering, annoying. Puckish. Interesting word. Never seen that before. But what that means? Prankish. Naughty. Peevish, meaning cross. Nettish. Pettish, mean it's more almost like when argument, disagreement over something becoming combative, fighting, combative, argument, touchy, become sensitive, touchy, don't like that. Petulant, cross, same. Scratchy, voice, terrible, rough, grating, not smooth, raspy, bitter, techy means touchy, very sensitive. Testy, the same as touchy. If somebody, for example, don't like what the person said, will become touchy. Another strange word I've never seen before. Tetchy means edgy, uptight. Quick-tempered, indocile means very wild, just like the goat, wild. Mean, indomitable, I spelled wrong, indomitable means stubborn and ruthless. Irrepressible means uncontrollable, no control, out of control. That's what this word is. Ungovernable, no control. Unruly mean untamable, not tamed, still wild. Oh, that one I've never seen, but its definitions, wow, fits the goat's character. Recalcitrant means resistant, always resistant, not easily cooperative, willing, no, resistant. Refractory, disobedient. Forward means saying forward, continues, doesn't care. Headstrong means stubborn. Obstinate means stubborn. Pig-headed. Self-willed, same as stubborn. Willful, still same as stubborn. Boisterous, will show, I don't care. Just like that. Rambunctious, wild, noisy. Rumbustious, the same meaning. Tempestuous. I'm guessing this means blowing your top off. Turbulent. Wild, mess up. Unruly, meaning the same, disobedient. Indisciplined or undisciplined, means no discipline, nothing. Become wild. Insubordinate means doesn't obey. Lawless, doesn't follow the rule, nothing. Still does not obey. Uncontrollable or disorderly, mess up. Okay, so in other words, the goats are mean-spirited. Mean. Wow, this mean animal. Sometimes the goats are touchy. Yeah. Doesn't want, like what you say. What that means is that sometimes the goats cannot handle being touchy. They can't handle the truth. They can't. About themselves. They don't like it. Are you with me so far? About the Hebrew word for perversity and its definition? Good. Okay, now, if you have any questions about that, please do contact me through the inbox message. Or video phone, you contact me through inbox, okay? I will be glad to answer any of your questions that you have. Let's read Proverbs chapter 11, verse... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I did say that, used that before. Let's read Proverbs chapter 11, verse 20 again. New King James Version. Those who are of a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless, no blame, in their ways are his delight. Delighted. Okay, let's look at the Hebrew word for abomination. Very interesting. The definition here. Okay, Hebrew word to tobah. The Hebrew definition: abomination, or that which is abhorrent, means disgusting or repulsive, repugnant, revolting, sickening. Okay. Vile. Those are more examples in Hebrew definition. Dislike. God dislike this emotion. Detest means detest. Doesn't like it. Hate. Loathe. Turned up. Disgusting. Nasty. Revolt. Sicken. Gross out. Abhorrent. The same as abhorrent. Abomination. Disrelish. Didn't like that. Distaste. Execrate means condemnation, damnation, hatred, loathsome, repulsive, offensive. Look at the dictionary for abomination. Number one, anything abominable, anything greatly disliked or abhorred. Number two, deep aversion means repulsive. Deep aversion or loathing. Detestation. Number three, a vile, shameful, or detestable action, condition, habit. That's the same thing over and over. Now let's look at this. The thesaurus synonym means different word but similar meaning. Abomination, curse, horror, shameful, evil, detestation. Wow. That's what an abomination means here in this dictionary. So, in other words, the Lord loathes a perverse heart, wild heart, lousy. But he delights in the people who are blameless in their ways. Are you with me so far? With the word abomination and its definition? Great. It's very interesting. Description of those two words here. Agreed? Okay. Let's move on to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 8. New King James Version. A man will be commended according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. Commended means approve, applaud, compliment, good compliments. The word detest, abhor, loathe, detesting, same thing. Are you with me so far in this Bible verse? Cool. Let's read one more Bible verse related to a perverse heart, okay? Let's look at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 20. In New King James Version, deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but counselors of peace have joy. Two different groups. Okay, let's look at the Hebrew word for deceit. The Hebrew word for deceit is murmur. Hebrew definition, not dishonest, dishonorable, not honorable, dishonesty, not honest, deceitful, fallacious, not true, foul, fraudulent, means fraud, no truth. Let's look at the dictionary. Deceit, number one, act or practice of deceiving, concealment, or distortion, distorting the truth for the purpose of misleading, not true, lies, duplicities, copies, fraud, cheating. Number two, an act or device intended to deceive, trick, stratagem, mean fooling. Number three, the quality of being deceitful, duplicity, false, man full of deceitful conceit. Adore means different words: deceive, dishonest, deception, deceitfulness. Another word here, interesting. Two-facedness. Two-facedness. That's the people saying that. Oh, look, two-faced. I feel two-faced. That's how that people say that, two-faced. Hypocrisy. Cunning, deceive, like Satan, deceive. Slyness, pretends, and trickery. Okay. That's pretty clear, don't you agree? I can give you one example of the goat is what they look like, okay? What they look like, what they tend to do. One example from my personal experience. You know, like someone who has a little bit of sympathy for God's way and continue not to care. Now, remember that? When I try to help that person who does not understand God's grace by giving the person some advice with the Bible verses, of course. Try to help them explain these advices. Well, when I tried to give some advice, this person was cutting me off, trying to interrupt me by saying, well, Jesus did the same thing to the people who are heretic. And I responded in surprise. Whoa, you don't understand. You don't understand God's grace. And this person responded back with a quote, punchy. Remember I said the word punchy? What's that mean? Like bullying. The goat bullying me. The attitude by, again, cutting me off. By saying, yeah, I understand. Well, after I talked on the video phone, I thought this conversation would stop. I thought, between us. Stop right there, but I was wrong. This person continued harassing, like nettlesome, annoyingness. Wow. Disturbing me. What I do, I would talk with my husband about this and ask for his advice. Well, I prayed about it. The situation I thought about, decided to block that person. I felt bad about this, but I felt peace after I made the decision to block. I let go. I give this person in Jesus' hands. Let him take care of this situation for me. It's the best thing to do. For himself, for me. I know this person couldn't handle the truth. This person become touchy, didn't like what I said, and was being unreasonable. When that one of the definitions, the similar, it matches it. Wow. So I cannot interact. I've seen some people are like that from my personal experience. Also, the words I have just described. deceit. That word is two-face. Yes. You know that. But what I mean, right? I've seen it in some people as well. Okay. If you see someone who causes you problem, talk with someone for advice. If you're married, you can talk with your husband or wife. If you're alone, not married, you can. If you're alone, you can reach out to your friend for advice. Of course, pray about it. Pray about the situation you're facing. You can contact them. This is the best wise advice. Yeah. Okay. The next in part 5, I will be focusing on the sheep. Bah. There are many, many good Bible verses about the sheep. Not like a sheep, sorta. With the number I'm wrong. 1, 2, if you're counting sheep. No, not that. Okay. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day and stay safe. See you next time. Bye.